everyone, it's CL and welcome back to another video. Now, I just want to tell you guys that you're going to be very, very proud of me because today I definitely stepped outside of my comfort zone. And this is actually something that I've been practicing all year, and it's trying to change my mindset. I have a very bad habit because I am so introverted. I have a very bad habit of staying very much in my circle of protection. I have like a little bubble that I put around myself, and it's very rare that I step outside that bubble, especially when it comes to socializing and reaching out to people and even like going places. I make excuses on why I can't do those things or why I shouldn't. And this year I've been really trying hard that when I have an idea or if I want to reach out to someone, that I just don't think twice about it, like just do it. Because I make a lot of excuses. So if I want to talk to someone, if I have an idea pop in my head, or if I have like something funny to say, I'll be like, oh, you know who might get a good laugh out of that? This person would think it's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure they would. But then when I think to myself like, oh, just like call them or send them a text or something, reach out to them, I will make an excuse and be like, you know what, they probably don't want to be bothered, so I'm just not going to do it because they probably don't want to be bothered, or they're probably in the middle of something and I would be disturbing them. And I also make excuses like when it comes to like going places, like there's an event happening, it sounds like a lot of fun, and I think I would like to go because it seems interesting enough. And then when the time gets closer to where I need to go to like this event, I start making excuses and I say like, oh, it's probably too expensive, I'll probably get lost, oh, maybe I'll go next year. Like I make a lot of excuses to very much stay in my bubble of protection. So all year long, I've been practicing that every time I have like an idea, especially when it comes to like contacting someone, reaching out to people, I will just do it. Regardless of all the excuses I make, I try to push that aside like right away and just get the task over with right away so I can't talk myself out of it. That is something I've been practicing all year. So today I did another one of those things. I wanted to talk to someone because I wanted their feedback on something, and I was starting to make excuses again. I was like, no, don't do it because they probably don't really know the answer, or they probably, you know, are busy. And I had like drafted a text message, and then I would delete it, and then I would put it together again, and then in my mind I'm battling this anxiety of wanting to do this, and I'm battling against the excuses, like you're battling with yourself. So what kind of pushed me over the edge, and don't laugh because I've mentioned this in the previous video that I do listen to like a YouTube psychic, and it's more so for fun. I know I don't really believe in like horoscopes and stuff like that, so I listen to this just for fun, just to see what they would say. And pretty much it's general stuff. They say general stuff, so it kind of applies to everybody. I know that. I know that's like the trick. But I listened to my horoscope, and one of the things that she said, she was like, in order to have a good 2020, these are the things you need to do. And you know I'm fixated on 2020 right now. And she was like, you need to stop the things that you're addicted to. Whether she used the example of like drinking alcohol, like I don't drink, so that doesn't apply to me. So essentially all the things that she listed doesn't really apply to me. But she was like, if you have an addiction to soda, if you have a vice, if you're addicted to like drinking alcohol or partying, she was essentially saying like, now's the time to change your ways, and that will benefit you so much more in 2020. And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, what does that apply to within me? And then you always got to go with your instincts. Like the first thing that comes to your mind is normally what your instincts are telling you. So immediately what came to mind for myself was my barrier of protection that I put around myself, of wanting to stay very much inside my comfort zone. So that's what I applied, that if I want a better 2020, I have to be uncomfortable and kind of put myself out of my comfort zone. So I did that today. And I reached out to people that I wanted their feedback, and I was able to contact them. They were able to respond and, you know, tell me what I needed, and I'm grateful for that. And the more I do it, the more I realize like it's not a big deal. So say if you reach out to someone and they just don't respond, then it's not really a big deal. What's the worst that can happen? That they don't respond. And I even do that with like LinkedIn. Like when I go to a networking event, and not that I go to many, I've probably been to like two in my life. But when you go to like a networking event where you add a lot of people to your LinkedIn, these people are meeting a lot of other people. So I have them on my LinkedIn, and then, you know, if they post something, an accomplishment they have, I remember them because I remember talking to them during this event. But then I'm like, I want to congratulate them and say, oh, congratulations, post something on their feed or something, you know, give them, what is it on LinkedIn, like a thumbs up or something? I don't remember. But at first I was very hesitant to like even like message them like on LinkedIn, because I would talk myself out of it and saying like, oh, they probably don't remember you. They're probably like, who is this person, right? And then this year I was able to just do it. Like if I wanted to post on someone's feed, whether they remembered me or not, I was gonna do it. What's the worst that can happen, right? Is that they don't respond, or they ask you like, who are you again? Like, it's not even a big deal. So I'm getting a lot better of putting myself outside my comfort zone. So that's something I'm very, very proud of. And I hope to continue to make those improvements in 2020, because I already know what it's like to be in my comfort zone. It's very comfortable. I like it. I feel safe. But do I see benefits to going outside of my bubble? Yes, absolutely. Oh, by the way, my puppies are battle royaling behind the camera. They're like wrestling and playing, and if you hear like growling noises, they're playing together. They are from the same litter. They are blood brothers, and they are like wrestling and having fun over there behind the camera. So if you hear a noise like that, that's my puppies. But you know what happened today, and it was so unexpected and weird, and I am a person of routine. When something happens outside of that routine, it startles me a little bit, like it's small things. So I was at Walmart picking up a few things, and normally when I go to Walmart, I'm just kind of daydreaming, enjoying like walking around, looking at things, you know, not really paying attention. It's just like, I've been to Walmart a million times. I've walked around, I've done my own thing, no big deal, check out, go home. But today was different because I was like pushing the cart around. I was gonna go get water, and then I ran into someone that I see somewhat regularly, but we don't necessarily interact. Like, we know of each other, but we're not friends, we're not acquaintances, but we know of each other and we kind of recognize each other, if that makes sense. So I ran into this person so quickly because I was coming out of an aisle. I was going down an aisle and she was coming another way, and we like intersected at the corner. And under normal circumstances, if I would have seen this person coming from like a long ways away, I probably would have went down a different aisle just to avoid them. But since we like intersected at the corner and it happened so suddenly, I recognized her immediately, and I do that thing where like out of startledness, I just say the first thing that comes to mind. So of course I'm gonna say like hi, but I kind of said it like so surprised, like hi, like so startled. Like I knew I recognized her, but I was like startled and confused, and it was weird. So the best way that I can describe it is that when you're so used to seeing someone in a certain environment, in a certain context, it's weird when you see them not in that environment. So say if you're at work and you always see the same guy every day and he's always in a suit and tie. Then one day you go to Costco and you see him pushing like a Costco cart and he's wearing a t-shirt and jeans. Like, that difference kind of startles you a little bit because you're not accustomed to seeing this person in a different environment wearing different things. It's just weird. So I intersected with this girl at Walmart, and thankfully my go-to was to say hi, because I think that's like polite, it's nice, you know. And then she seen me, but she didn't even say hi. She just kind of stared at me, and I was like, oh gosh, maybe she doesn't even remember who I am. But how can she not remember who I am if we see each other pretty regularly? We don't need to interact with each other, just see each other pretty regularly. And then she didn't even say hi, so I was like, oh hey. And then I tried to like, oh yeah, I recognize you from here. And she's just like, yeah. And that was it. It was weird. It was awkward. I don't like it. Like, it was just a strange encounter. I don't know. No big deal, but it's just weird. You know what I mean? Ugh. I would not recommend it. If I could go back in time, I would have dipped in another aisle. And I don't know if she's like one of those people that doesn't feel the need to say hi to other people. Maybe, am I too nice? That's also one thing I wonder if I need to work on, is if I need to be more of an a-hole. And she didn't even say like hi back. She just was like, yeah. She said, yeah. Like, how hard is it to say hi back and just kind of get the encounter over with, you know? So that's another thing I wonder if I need to work on in the new year, is becoming more of like an a-hole, because I think like I'm too nice a lot of times. And the more I think about it, the more I think like people that are too nice get taken advantage of. So I was like thinking about today, because you know, a few things happened today, and I was like, am I too nice? Like, every time somebody opens the door for me, I say thank you. Every time I'm at the register paying for someone and someone gives me the receipt, I say thank you, have a nice day. I say yes please. Like, I try to be nice and polite, and thinking, you know, like that's like a good thing to do, right? You think maybe? And then you just encounter these people sometimes where you wonder if you would benefit more if you were more of like an a-hole, you know what I mean? So I was at Starbucks, and I am not a Starbucks connoisseur, okay? I go to Starbucks because I want coffee. I know I want whipped cream on it. I know I want something a little bit sweet, and Starbucks is everywhere, so that's why I go to Starbucks. I don't know the ins and outs of Starbucks. So this morning when I go get my coffee, and I switch it up. I don't get the same thing every time. I switch it up. I try like the special menu or whatever, and I just, you know, whatever comes to mind is the drink that I'll order. So I went to the register, and I was like, I ordered my drink, and I wanted to make sure it was cold, because there have been times where I ordered a drink thinking it was a cold drink and it came out hot, but I wanted it like iced because I just don't like hot drinks. So I ordered this drink and I asked for like whipped cream, and then I said, can you make sure that it's cold? And then the girl at the register like looks at me like I'm the dumbest person in the world, and she goes, it's already cold. I'm like, okay, is it that hard to say? Just say like, yes, okay, I understand your order, and move on from there? Do you need to like make little comments, you know? Like, it's already cold. Like, wow, you're a little bundle of sunshine early on a Friday morning. But you know, those are things I think about. Should I be more not nice? What do you guys think? Is it more beneficial to be nice, spread some good karma? Or is it more beneficial to be a jerk, you know? Sometimes I wonder. I don't have all the answers in the world, but sometimes that's one of the questions I wonder. Yeah. So it's pretty late right now. This video is going to be a short one because I'm tired and I want to go to bed and I want to relax and watch some YouTube videos. And yeah, that's what I think I'll do tonight. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you later.